1. It's back! Hey, the boy copyright strike by muting that.
Don't worry, I have a better idea. Wait a minute. And this is the one we really need. Let's be honest here. Woo! Of attraction. Yeah, can't copy King
Copyright
Lightning,
strike initiated.
Bruh. David. So I did a little teensy baby 6-minute sized video on my Twitter about...
I got all the tags while I was standing up in my new department.
Because, as we all know, if you're not standing, you're not working.
Right.
No, but I did a little video about what Bleach means to me, and essentially, it got me into anime. So I'll let you. I want to hear your story first, though, David. Like, tell, because I think, I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard mine. I'll still go through it just in case, but I want to hear yours. What's Bleach mean to you?
So it was one of my starter pack anime. Like, when I first got cable back, because I was a poor boy. Like, that was one of my first things I watched on Toonami. But you obviously had your Sailor Moons, your Dragon Ball Zs, all that good shit. You know, when you first started, I would pass around VHSs, for God's sakes. This is how old I am, of Dragon Ball Z. But the first one I watched in its entirety as it was coming out was fucking Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the first things I actually really got into. And like you, when it stopped getting... you know, fucking new episodes on Adult Swim.
There was like a big break in the dub right around the Grimmjow fight. It was like episode 167. They just stopped for like a year.
I started going into subbed anime.
Oh, yeah, you had to. And that took us all the way up to the fucking fake Katakura town with Aizen and all that shit.
And just, I went back, watched the dub, because that's what I grew up on. And it just stopped abruptly. Because, you know, Period just said, fuck it. We're not going to do this anymore.
It got to the Fullbring arc, which was a universally kind of arc that everyone was kind of like, you know. In retrospect, you know, it was better on like a binge read, but like, my God, it was just woof. On
reading and watching that shit weekly was...
yeah.
Ugh.
It was, you know, Ichigo takes one step, next chapter. But... you know, then they got into this arguably amazing final arc. I quite enjoyed it. Let me just silence that phone real quick. I fucking loved the final arc. I think it did a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. But I think the good things outweighed the bad things. And I think that there's just so many scenes begging to be animated.
Oh,
and
yes.
There's so many scenes begging to be extended, okay? Because...
what happened to the rest of the fucking crew?
Yeah, there's like the problem with that final arc there is that he had a great setup, but fucking just apparently they came into his office, fucking kicked the door down, like Fairly Odd Parents style. I'm asserting my dominance as your fucking editor and coming in anyway. You know, and I think they just
wrap it up in 10 chapters.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they just out of nowhere gave him like a 10 chapter. It was insane, right? Because he literally had to introduce like a Deus Ex Machina arrowhead that gets rid of Yuach's powers. And it's anyway, there's a beautiful like chance here, an opportunity to like not only just see this in action finally, which is going to be amazing, but like you can legitimately fix this ending. There's all of the novel shit that you can get. You can you know, for example, like Shinji, who never had a full fight in the final arc. You can give him a fight with his Bankai that's now been revealed in the novels. You can give all the Vizards full fights. You can do so much. You can extend that final fight so far. You can give more Servitors backstories. All it takes is just going to Kubo and being like, hey man, what did you want to do? Just give us a rundown and we'll fucking do it in the anime. Just be like an overseer. And they could really make this final arc as good as like the earlier Bleach arcs. It'd be so fucking cool.
Remember, one of the best fights in all of Bleach anime was extended from what was
Ichigo
basically...
Ukiura in the manga was short as fuck.
Was like 2-3 pages.
yeah. And like, if there's one, and I'm gonna assume it's gonna be the same studio, which it'd be dumb if it wasn't.
They're too busy on that Black Clover dick right now, man.
But like, not even just the same studio though. It's got to be the same director. I believe his name is Noriaki Abe.
I do not know.
I'm pretty sure, but like that director is fucking legendary. like he was really good at making sure the filler didn't ruin the canon and like, isolating it. He was really good at like making, like, there was very rarely like Naruto moments where the fucking animation was like janky and like the characters were really off model.
We'll
like,
get on to something else in a bit too in
Right.
the same video.
But there wasn't a lot like that. You know what I mean? Like, he was really good at keeping the Bleach anime was pretty goddamn consistent in quality.
Oh yeah. And the beautiful thing about even Bleach's filler was
pretty fucking good.
It was, directed with like, how would this work here with Kubo? Like, they worked pretty hand in hand. And it's out there how fucking true that is. Like,
Bleach's filler was better than some series canon.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember it was really funny. While the Fullbring arc was going on, they had that fucking what was it? What's it called? Like the Mod Soul filler going on.
The Sword Beast, or was it?
No, that's the earlier one. That was the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc. There was one where it was like the green-haired girl, basically green-haired Rukia, and then like they were making like mod souls of all the captains and shit, and they would have like clones of the captains fight other captains and shit. Remember?
I forget that one.
Either way, it was in between the Aizen arc and the Fullbring arc. And like when that filler arc was happening, everyone was like, "This filler is better than the canon." But either way, I'm just so pumped because it was a fucking crime that this shit didn't get animated, because Bleach, love it or hate it, big three. It is one of the most influential manga of all time. It especially in America, like, it was never that huge in Japan, but it became like a new Dragon Ball Z for a time in America. Like, America,
did.
In fact, notice how today when this was announced, did you see where it was goddamn trending? America. Not in Japan, but in America. America,
fuck yeah.
It's very weird how that works. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a really cool. It's very unique aesthetically. I loved the power system he did, and I guess I'll just transition to how much Bleach means to me. So I started like most people with Dragon Ball Z, but it was one of those, I watched it, didn't really know what anime was, and I was watching Adult Swim with a friend, and a advertisement for Bleach came up, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, it's like Dragon Ball Z with swords," and he said it kind of like dismissively, like it was like a bad thing, but I was like, my middle school brain was like, Dragon Ball Z with swords, that sounds fucking awesome. What are you talking about? So I remember fucking, I think back then, the way I watched it, just to show you how fucking long ago this was, I believe I did the mail-in DVD Netflix thing.
Yeah.
And I remember reading reviews like under the DVDs to get mailed in, and I remember watching the first season before I knew what filler was, and then getting the bounce season, and everyone was like, "Oh, Bleach really went downhill." All these people that didn't know what fucking filler was, just like me. But yeah, I
love the bounce.
I remember like going to Best Buy and buying the first box set and gushing to my mom about how much I loved the show, and I remember specifically my mom told me, like, "You talk about this show like it's a girl you like." But like it really just awoke into something in me. Like I remember watching the endings. I remember the one where Rukia's covered in like a red ribbon, and it's like, "No, but I'm not gonna sing." Nobody knows who I really am. I never felt this empty before. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
And like I just remember it entrancing me. Like just me alone in my upstairs attic room in middle school with a dark ass room, just my little tiny TV and these DVDs is like, it's good fucking times. And like I remember becoming entranced in it. I remember buying fucking replica Zanpakutos off Amazon and swinging them around in my yard. And more importantly, I remember making a lot of friends from this, because one, I mean, just in general, I don't think I would be into anime period if it wasn't for Bleach, because that truly was the one. And I'm a very one-track minded person. It wasn't like I got into this show and then within like 3 months I was into like 3 anime. I was I'm going to finish this and then start a new one. So for a long time, I was the Bleach guy. I was like, this is the one series I read. And I played a lot of games, but then I caught up with Bleach and then read it weekly for a long time. And it took me a long time, basically, of just finally catching up and waiting. Like, okay, now I have to wait a long time. I better get into another series to pass the time. But like for a good year, I was just the Bleach guy. And that got me into more anime, and that made me friends. And David and I, did you watch the video I put on my Twitter, man?
I didn't. I literally just got home like fucking a half hour ago.
No, that's fine. I mentioned this in the video, and I want you to remind me, because I don't remember how accurate my memories are on this. But like, when you and I met, I don't remember what exactly the first conversation we had was, but I'm sure at least one of the first ones was finding out that we both like Bleach.
Yeah, like, I think you saw me in my Toshiro hoodie, of all things. And you're like, do you like Bleach? I'm like, yeah, it was one of my first anime. And then we just started reading
obviously
the
you
chapter.
were tutoring me at this college. That was what it started with.
Yeah.
And David was the best tutor because he'd just give you a sheet with the answers.
In one class!
To be fair, that class had a notoriously shitty teacher, Mr. Friend. We calling him out. I don't give a fuck.
Hi, Mr. Friend.
Yo, ironically, Mr. Friend was the last thing of not a friend. He taught so badly that half the class failed and he got demoted.
Well, he's a bachelor professor teaching a fucking 101 class
Shit
for
was
her.
ridiculous. I was so upset. He did not answer questions. Anyway, I'm fucking sidetracked. But yeah, because of his shitty teaching, I needed a tutor. And David was like, nah, bro, that's Mr. Friend. I'm just giving everybody sheets with the answers. Like, fucking memorize these answers, bro.
He's teaching 6 bachelor classes in year 1 intro class. He's already giving 0 fucks about anybody here.
David was like the drug dealer handing out cheat sheets.
Don't let him see you, and if you get caught, you never got it
never
from me.
fucking talk to me. But yeah, through that, we started fucking, I don't know, talking about anime. And I remember reading the fucking Hisoka Karolo fight in Hunter x Hunter when that shit was coming out. I remember, and that was when Viz chapters were coming out like 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, God, and I'm sure, I remember, I think I wanted to talk about one of our best memories, which was we read the final chapter of Bleach at ITT Tech.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Like, I don't know if we read it literally. Like, I'm not sure if it came out the day we were at the college, but I remember it was definitely like we read it, we came in the next day, we talked about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We're like, because I remember we were hoping, because there was like a big announcement, and we were hoping that it was going to be an anime or a manga continuation. And I remember us like kind of having a moment where we said, because that actually, the final chapter of Bleach was around the time where we were, ITT was closing down, wasn't it? Like, I remember it was one of the last,
It was like the last week. They were cleaning out the dean's office, and I was being told to take shit to fucking fix for the next semester that never happened.
Yeah, and we were, I just remember this very clearly. We were sitting in a classroom, and I was like sitting on top of a desk.
That I unlocked without authorization.
Yeah, I was sitting on top of a desk, and it was like me, you, and one other guy. I don't remember who it was. And we were just discussing Bleach. You know, like, so many good memories.
Military 2-liter soda guy.
Yeah, he'd come in with a goddamn 2-liter Mountain Dew every day.
And we were just all sitting there. You showed me Super Eye Patch Wolf for the first time.
Cause he had a good video about Bleach's ending, and like, oh, God, the fucking memories. Oh.
And that's when I subscribed to Super Eye Patch Wolf's channel, and I'm still watching shit religiously because
that was also fucking
so
he's so good. That was also peak Pokemon Go too. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Where motherfuckers would just get up and leave the class. To play Pokemon.
Oh, we're done with our work. Let's go over to Frog Hollow.
Everyone would just walk out of the school into like a fucking congregation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, we're officially the fucking old guys on like rocking chairs in a porch right now. Like, it's happening.
Remember when this happened?
It's literally happening. Our childhoods are gone. Oh my god. Oh. David, once this goddamn Corona shit's over, we gotta hang out more. We gotta fucking relive. We gotta go do some crazy shit.
We gotta keep social distancing ourselves. Like, no editing sessions until Corona is over.
Well, unless, I mean, if both of us know we're not sick and we're only hanging out with each other, it should be fine.
I know I'm not sick. I'm just dying slowly in a vat.
I mean, that's just life. Again.
No, nobody got the... Fuck you. I Tiny Rick that shit.
I like to go to the quote from the Master in Doctor Who where this was the female Master, and she's like, you know you're dying, right? From the moment you slop out, you begin decaying.
The moment you slop out.
Oh,
Thanks for that.
The words used.
But also, we have a Burn the Witch serialization
that
we need to
tell. Hype.
We're not waiting 20 chapters.
No, yeah, because that's different, bro. Like, it's got the acclaim of a famous author. And before you say, oh, Kishimoto did, yeah, and his shit lasted 50-something chapters, so that's still worth reviewing.
Actually, what Smart was talking about in Discord, it lasted
like
43.
Rip.
Okay, I gotta touch on something here. Like,
Well,
I
first
am
of all, let me just say,
glad
before he touches on something, David and I will be reviewing Burn the Witch, 100%, no question.
we've already done the one shot.
Yeah,
iCard that shit.
but we're going to. Oh God, now I gotta remember to iCard that. If I remember.
But I appreciate the fuck out of them not playing favorites here. Just because the name carries weight, they still were like, your shit's not selling.
Nah, bro,
Even
it's all about them
Kingu
sales.
or Lightning could not hype this garbage heap.
Yeah,
Boom,
you know, it's
you're
like
gone. Patch us down. You're gone. Bye.
yeah, I remember because I read 10 chapters of. Was it 10? How many were out when we did our fucking video? Was it 10?
Which one?
We did a video on Samurai 8, remember?
Oh, I think it was 10 chapters. It was a stream. It wasn't an actual proper video.
Oh yeah. And I read. I don't know what it was. I couldn't get into it. Like, could you?
I followed a few chapters past that. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt because it was starting to get things rolling. It was starting to do like the ball shit and give the princess meaning and all that. And I'm like, no, I can't. I just can't. It still could not figure out his identity. So
yeah,
I just dropped it like 5 or 6 chapters after that stream because I got tired of trying. I'll probably just binge it now that it's ending and see how it wraps up.
Yeah,
if
I'd be
anything,
curious.
You know, it's small enough of a series I could probably read it in an afternoon.
Yeah. Oh wow, but like, so a couple things, right? Continuing just to finish the story from earlier, though, like. Bleach made me a lot of friendships. Bleach helped me meet Retro Rhino, which is a YouTuber that was originally going to animate Bleach, but now that the anime is here, I was talking to him earlier today. He said he's kind of going to go into recluse for like a week or so because he doesn't want to get hounded on fucking Twitter and Discord. Like, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Like, he was like, I cannot deal with that mentally right now. But he said, like, most likely he's going to just finish episode 2 because he was almost done with it. And then from there, maybe just do clips that he wanted to do, which is a lot smarter anyway. But what else was I going to say? But I met him, and through his server, which was literally just a server for people that wanted a Bleach anime because we were kind of disappointed with how the Bleach ended. Through that server, I met Rebecca, who became my first girlfriend, and you know, as much as I now kind of regret that relationship, it learned me a lot. It learned me a lot. Jesus Christ, it learned me a lot.
It learned me a lot.
God damn it! Ting! All right. It taught me a lot about things, and I think it helped me mature. So I'm grateful for the experience. The other thing it did was I think the best thing it did was it introduced me and David and everybody else on this channel to Utena, our artist that is responsible for everything you see on this channel. Every visual thing you see is
besides thumbnails.
And she is a goddamn saint. I love her to death.
Because Brad makes the thumbnails. The only thing that she made on those thumbnails is the little avatar heads.
True. Yeah, I do. I make the thumbnails on like a little editing thing, but every piece of original art is her. And
yes.
My God.
I want to clarify that so she doesn't get hounded by our shitty thumbnails.
I mean, they're better now.
Better now. Anyway, like, it also introduced us to one of our, first, most vocal fans, Luke, Lasher Luke.
True.
It also helped branch us out into like this collaborative mode because through him we all now take part in Anime Burrito with Kid Otaku. So everything.
Bleach has done a lot for me in my life. It's arguably made me who I am today because at a certain point when you're growing up, you have to choose what your personality is going to be, and then that kind of defines you, right? Are you a sports guy? Are you a politics guy? Are you a nerd, a gaming nerd, weeb nerd? And I centered on like 2 or 3 things, and that became my things. You know what I mean? And whatever your things are dictates who your friends are. So practically all of my nerd friends that I now know are a combination of the fact that I was into gaming, which was because of a friend named Byron Leatherman back in the day. Same guy who I watched that Bleach commercial with, and he was like, that's Dragon Ball Z with swords. In fact, actually, I owe a lot to Byron because he got me into gaming and anime. But Bleach was the show that solidified. Because in fact, right after, I remember when I was caught up with the dub of Bleach, waiting for more to come, before I succumbed to just watching the sub, one of the shows I watched was Death Note because I wanted like some short one just to tide me over, and Death Note was my second anime. So yeah, Bleach means a lot to me. I'm very excited because it deserved to have the finale animated. It's a crime. Every other big three is gonna have their entirety animated. So like, and think about what I want to talk about more in this video as well as like moments from the final arc that you can't wait to see animated. Like, oh my god.
I really, really want to see, because I'm a Kisuke fucking stan.
Oh, Asuka Naklevar versus Uehara.
I have to have that animated. I want to see that so I can cosplay that.
Oh, Uehara's Bankai, man. You gotta get like a bunch of stitches on your arm and shit. Remember he like fucking stitched his arm together? And, oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, and see, like, these are all those final fights. Extend the fuck out of them. Oh my god. Remember.
I want to see. I have to see the final fight animated.
That Aizen Yuha fight that lasted one chapter was the hypest shit I've ever seen, but it was way too short. Give me that whole episode. Make it a whole episode.
I'd be down for a 30-minute fucking Aizen Yuha fight.
Oh, and like, oh my god, there's so many things you do. And like, fucking, there's so many things. So like, another thing that I'm blanking on right now. Hold on, brain. I believe in you. Okay, Grimmjow and Nell just fucking showed up and never did anything. Grimmjow did one thing. He ripped out. He got the kill shot on Askin. You know, Uehara opened the barrier, and with his Bankai. And then Grimmjow came in and ripped his heart out. But like, it was obviously rushed because he made a whole goddamn big deal about Grimmjow coming back. Like, why would you have this big moment? Grimmjow comes back. Nell comes back. Fucking Ichigo and Uryu's dads both come back. And all four of them do practically nothing. Nell did even less. All Nell did was save them from the barrier. She just fucking launched herself in there to save them.
Yeah, that I want some explanation on what the hell happened there.
Well,
I want to see.
Fight and we need a Grimmjow fight, 100%. Or
I gotta see my girl Yorodichi animated one more time.
The lightning kitty form. Don't forget.
This is bordering on age. Should we animate?
Do you remember what happened in that fight? Uehara literally like hacked her brain somehow to like make her into a cat girl.
Every weeb's dream.
Uehara literally wears the pants in that relationship. I wouldn't think it was possible with Yoruichi. Like, don't forget what that shit's burned in my memory. He had a goddamn like peely sticker, and I have no idea how this works, but he held it up and he was like, "Once I peel this, you'll transform." And Yoruichi's like, "You wouldn't. You fucking bastard. You better not." And then he just did. And then and then he also started making comments about her ass. He was like, "Goddamn."
God damn.
I believe he said it looks like a lethal dose for I don't even remember the fucking joke. It's dumb.
I must have that entire bit animated.
Yeah, see, and that was before it was even feeling rushed. Like, the bit, like, here's what I'm thinking, right? So, you obviously, the Askin fight was great because you had Yoruichi take a crack at her, or him. You had Yoruichi's brother. Oh, and there's so many plot points that never had anything. Remember when Yoruichi's brother showed up and then did nothing? Not only did nothing, but also Yoruichi's brother had this big fucking thing wrapped in cloth that they were like, "Oh, I'm bringing this thing. What is it going to be?" We never knew. We never found out what it was. So many dangling plot threads. These are all things that they can fucking wrap up, and I can't fucking wait. Like, I'm not normally the kind of guy that reads a manga and then watches it. Like with One Piece, I'm not watching the anime because I've already read the manga. And eventually I'll watch it with a friend, probably like a couple years down the line, right? But I'm not like eager to watch the anime because I'm reading the manga. And the manga's objectively better than One Piece, okay? But with Bleach here, it's going to be so fun to watch it because, one, just to see it animated. But two, what changes are they going to make? You know, what improvements are they going to make? I can't wait for that. And just back on the Uehara Asuka Naklevar fight. Imagine, here's the best fucking situation. You have a bit of, you show obviously what was in the manga of, Uehara Bankai versus Asuka Naklevar. But here's what I would do if I was an anime director, okay? That part where he opens up the barrier to let Grimmjow in. It's not just to let Grimmjow in and then he immediately rips his heart out. It's to let Grimmjow in so they can 2v1 Askin for a while.
Oh.
Imagine for a second Uehara and Grimmjow working together in a legit fight that lasts like a good 5-10 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'd like to see their dynamic.
Oh. It's just so good. So many things. Oh, I need it. I can't wait. Oh.
Do you think, now that we have the final arc of Bleach getting animated, that we're going to see Burn the Witch get an anime adaptation down the road.
That was already confirmed. Did you not read the tweet?
I saw it was getting serialized.
Yep, and it said go read it slowly, friend.
One sec.
So yeah, no, that I passed by it too until Fuya said something in the comments. He said it was Big 3 privilege because it's already got an anime announced. The Burn the Witch serialization, the manga starts in summer and it's already getting an anime in fall. In fact, the Burn the Witch anime is coming before the Bleach anime.
Jesus Christ. One second.
Although some people think it might just be an OVA from the pilot chapter. I don't know, but like, yeah, go ahead and read it.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Serialized in Weekly Shonen Jump this summer, and we'll receive an anime by a studio Koridoro,
which we should look up and see what they've done. You want to look them up real quick?
Yeah. I'm on it.
Well, while you're looking that up, just the hype for Bleach is immense. Yamamoto Bankai, Rukia Bankai, which needs to be extended, by the way, because in the manga it's just she does it and then she's a statue. I want to see more from Rukia's Bankai. Fucking a better ending for you watch, because they did the shit that Kubo always does, where he hypes up, and then he's defeated in like one chapter. Dumb. Make that final fight should be a goddamn event. That final fight should be like goddamn Avengers Endgame, where everyone goddamn comes to that portal. The whole ass cast.
So it's a relatively new studio, 8 years old. Okay. It did Shasekan.
Anything you recognize?
Penguin Highway. So
from what you've seen and what you recognize, good choice. Are they good animators?
Have you seen any of the animation from Pokemon Twilight Wings?
No.
Okay, I'm going to DM this to you real quick.
Yeah, give me like a demo reel.
Keep talking while I pull this up.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, just a lot of good moments. And then when it comes to the Burn the Witch stuff, I'm excited to see that continue. I don't know how long the series is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be short or long. But like, if you remember correctly, in the end of Burn the Witch, it was revealed that it was another branch of the Soul Society,
exactly,
like the British, like the Europe version, right? Which is cool, because that is kind of almost a continuation of Bleach if you think about it.
Yeah, it definitely is. Just view like the first 2 minutes of that and just look at the beautiful animation.
Ooh, so it's good. Good to know.
Like, I went from hating everything there is about the animation style.
Oh, Jesus. There's audio. Okay.
Everything about the animation style from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, I absolutely despised how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this on YouTube. It's like a web anime. It is just fucking gorgeous. Like, look at the range of motion. Look at how fluid everything is. Look at the art.
You know what I'm noticing immediately is there's a lot of depth to their art. Like, it doesn't look 2D. It looks like you can like reach in and there's like depth to it.
Right. It's definitely a good choice for something like that.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I mostly just can't wait for Kubo to be having a weekly series again. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, definitely. That's going to be fucking amazing.
Now, the only thing that'll make this summer better, okay? Like, we're recovering from the corona. Like, corona starts going away. We got the fucking Burn the Witch coming back. And then Togashi's just like, fucking, by the way, I'm back too. It's just perfect summer. Just give it to me, please.
And Berserk comes back. Yeah, I think, just judging by the timeline we're in right now, all of this will be happening right around the time Attack on Titan ends, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe Attack on Titan. Yeah, you're right. Because that one. Oh, the manga? Okay, then the anime comes out fall.
The manga will be ending right around the time roughly this comes summer, back.
Yeah.
So just think about the implication. We have Burn the Witch coming back, one of the big three. And a lot of people kind of jumped from Bleach when it ended to Attack on Titan. So having Bleach anime coming back, they can dive into that nostalgia and be like, oh, and by the way, this is like the sister Soul Society over here. This is the side story. And Attack on Titan has a lot of fucking side stories in 5 different manga?
Arguably too many.
Same with fucking My Hero.
I agree. Yeah, no, that's hype. Also, you know that fucking meme where it's like I would burn Baby Groot to keep Baby Yoda warm.
Yes.
I would burn the Berserk author's fucking flesh to revive Togashi.
Fuck you.
Hunter x Hunter reigns supreme.
They both are the same person, confirmed.
Not actually confirmed. Okay, well, final thoughts for you?
R.I.P. Samurai 8. May you be a lesson right alongside fucking Seven Deadly Sins.
They're just cycling out fucking because Oda they still got, but like they're like, okay, who else? So all right, we'll bring back Kishimoto. Oh, he didn't make money. All right, try that other. What was that other guy from the big three? Kubo. Let's bring him back in. Am I finally over him fucking my wife?
Let's bring him back. Suck his dick. Suck it good. We need him to sell volumes.
Do you remember that was the joke that we always made? Because it always seemed like they treated Kubo so bad. Like, oh, Kubo must have fucked like the Shonen Jump president's wife.
Hey, I mean, he's good looking. What can I say?
Bro, fucking as
the
King
dude.
King Lightning was talking about it in his video. He was like, this man had like ultimate drip. Like fucking that meme image of Kubo. Oh my god. And then he was like, but after he wrote Bleach, at the end, he looked like he went through like Vietnam. He looked like he was out in fucking Vietnam fucking fighting people to the death, but he was just writing Bleach.
One more chapter, I swear.
Seriously, have you seen the before and after? Like it fucking aged
please
him.
don't whip me.
Oh my god. Just the way he said it. He was like, he looked like he was goddamn Vietnam, but he was just writing Bleach. I'm looking either way. Get fucking ready for Burn the Witch reviews, and I guarantee
should we do
you.
Bleach anime reviews too?
Oh, 100%. We're gonna be talking about like the, because like both him and I closely read the final arc, so it'll be a beautiful thing. And I have all the fucking volumes too, so I can be like, I can pull it out and be like, well, in this scene.
Wait, on this panel on page 37 of the volume.
I'm ready. And with that, peace.